Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Canada's Victoria Mboko stuns #1 seed Coco Gauff to reach National Bank Open quarterfinals. Victoria Mboko's stellar run at the National Bank Open hit a new level Saturday. The Canadian rolled to a 6-1, 6-4 victory over #1 seed Coco Gauff of the United States, winning the women's singles match in just 62 minutes to advance to the quarterfinals at the WTA 1000 tournament. Mboko, a rising star who has climbed from a number 333 ranking to 85th in the world this year, saved all 4 breakpoints against the world number 2 Gauff, who committed 22 unforced errors in the 4th round match at IGA Stadium. The 18-year-old from Toronto, who entered the tournament as a wild card, is the last Canadian standing in the singles draw, both in Montreal and at the 96-man Masters 1000 event in Toronto. Mboko became the second youngest Canadian to reach a WTA 1000 quarterfinal since 1990, behind only Bianca Andreescu. She's also only the second teenager and first Canadian to defeat Gauff, as well as the first player this season to not drop a single game on serve against the star American. After major support for Eugenie Bouchard early in the tournament, the buzz in Montreal shifted around Mboko as the teenage sensation took center court, and she delivered before a sellout crowd. "Your support was incredible," Mboko told the crowd in French after a chorus of "ol ol ol." Chants echoed around the venue. "I'm really happy to win today." Mboko looked ready to meet the moment early, flashing the powerful ground strokes and blistering serve that have made a mark on the Pro Tour this season. Gauff, meanwhile, made unforced error after unforced error, firing some shots long and many more into the net during a swift 25-minute first set. The 21-year-old double faulted on the 3rd point of the match, leading to an early break for the Canadian, who rattled off 7 straight points into the next game. Mboko broke again in the 5th and 7th games while holding serve. In the 7th game, Gauff double faulted and sent 2 shots into the net in succession to lose the set. Gauff found a rhythm early in the 2nd set and earned 3 breakpoint chances with the match tied 3-3, but committed an error each time as Mboko hung on to win the game. With Mboko leading 5-4, Gauff double faulted twice to set up 2 match points for the Canadian. Gauff, this year's French Open champion, scraped by with 3-set wins in rounds 2 and 3. She struggled with her serve, striking a whopping 37 double faults in the 2 matches combined, adding 6 more on Saturday. Mboko and Gauff met once before in May, when the Canadian won the first set, but dropped the next 2 on clay at the Italian Open. Mboko will play the winner of Saturday's late match between Zhu Lin of China and Jessica Buzas Monero of Spain. Playing in only her 7th WTA main draw, she advanced to the quarterfinals of a 1000 level tournament for the first time, knocking off higher-ranked opponents at each step. Mboko opened with a win over 79th-ranked Kimberly Birrell, then upset 23rd seed and former Grand Slam champion Sofia Kenin before snapping Marie Buzkova's 7-match winning streak with a relentless comeback and taking down Gauff, dropping 1 set the whole way. It's the latest chapter in a breakthrough season from Mboko, who also played in her first 2 Grand Slam main draws, reaching the French Open 3rd round and Wimbledon 2nd round. Her impressive record in all competitions this season improved to 50-9, including 24-8 against players ranked above her. In Saturday's day session, Marta Kostyuk of Ukraine and Elena Rybakina of Kazakhstan advanced to the quarterfinals. Kostyuk, the 24th seed, recovered from a first-set loss to defeat McCartney Kessler of the United States 5-7, 6-3, 6-3 in the 4th round. The 9th-seeded Rybakina also rallied for a 5-7, 6-2, 7-5 win over Diana Yastremska of Ukraine, who defended 3 match points before losing. Kostyuk and Rybakina will play each other in the next round. Popyrin defeats number 5 Rune. Alexei Popyrin remains in the hunt for a 2nd straight National Bank Open crown. The Australian battled back from a set down to defeat number 5 seed Holger Rune of Denmark 4-6, 6-2, 6-3, and secure a spot in the quarterfinals at the Canadian Men's Tennis Championship. Popyrin, who is seated 18th in Toronto and entered the event 26th overall in the ATP Tour's overall rankings, won last year's tournament in Montreal for a third career victory. Rune, the world number 9, went up 3-2 after Popyrin double faulted and fought off 3 breakpoints to take the first set at Sobe Stadium. Poised to turn 26 on Tuesday, the 6'5" Popyrin pushed back in the second, twice breaking his 22-year-old opponent, who won the Barcelona Open on clay back in April. Popyrin then broke Rune to go up 3-1 in the third set before serving out for the match to secure his comeback. Alex Michelsen of the United States also reached the quarters with a 6-3 victory over countryman Lerner Tien at the ADP Masters 1000 event. The number 26 seed continued to roll after also ousting the third-seeded Lorenzo Musetti of Italy earlier this week. Karen Khachanov, the number 11 seed from Russia, picked up a fourth-round victory of his own Saturday, topping number 8 Casper Ruud of Norway 6-4, 7-5. Germany's Alexander Zverev, the tournament's number 1 seed, faced number 14 Francisco Cerundolo of Argentina in the late match on the York University campus in northwest Toronto. Popyrin will meet the winner of that match in the quarters. Canadian wildcards Cleve Harper of Calgary and Liam Draxel of Newmarket, Ontario, the last Canadians standing in Toronto after a disappointing singles showing, were ousted 7-5, 7-6, 3 by Guido Andreazzi of Argentina and Sander Arends of the Netherlands in second-round doubles play. Top-ranked Jan-Nik Sinner of Italy, number 2 Carlos Alcaraz of Spain, number 5 Jack Draper of Britain, and number 6 Novak Djokovic of Serbia all skipped the US $9.19 million hardcourt event expanded to a 96-player field for 2025. Canada's tennis scene erupted in celebration as Victoria Mboko, the 18-year-old wild card from Toronto, staged one of the most stunning upsets of the summer, toppling number 1 seed and French Open champion Coco Gauff in straight sets, 6-1, 6-4, to advance to her first-ever WTA 1000 quarterfinal at the National Bank Open in Montreal. TalkSport, +14. City News Montreal, +14. Reuters, +14. Cyclone the upset, a remarkable ride. In just 62 minutes, Mboko dismantled the world number 2 with bold, authoritative strokes. She broke early in the match after Gauff double faulted on the third point, then rattled off 7 straight points to assert dominance. Gauff, visibly off balance, churned out 22 unforced errors and continued to struggle with her serve throughout the match. LethBridgeHerald.com, +3. City News Montreal, +3. City News Toronto, +3. Despite facing 4 breakpoints, Mboko stood firm, saving every single one, while converting 4 of her 5 opportunities against Gauff's serve. Women's Tennis Association, +2. Times Colonist, +2. Rocky Mountain Outlook, +2. By the time she served for the match at 5-4 in the second set, Gauff had double faulted twice, handing Mboko 2 match points, which she swiftly claimed. People.com, +14. City News Montreal, +14. LethBridgeHerald.com, +14. Glowing Star The Context, Season of Ascension. Mboko's journey in 2025 reads like a fairy tale. She started the year ranked number 333, gathering momentum in ITF events and Grand Slams alike. Come tournament time, she'd risen to number 85 in the world, a ranking now projected to climb into the top 50 after this win. Times Colonist, +1. Rocky Mountain Outlook, +1. This isn't her first taste of tournament drama. Earlier, she claimed wins over Kimberly Birrell, number 79, former Grand Slam champ Sofia Kenin, number 23 seed, and ended Marie Buzkova's 7-match win streak with a comeback showing ruthless precision and grit. TownandCountryToday.com, +4. City News Montreal, +4. Times Colonist, +4. Her season record now stands at an impressive 5-0-9, including 2-4-8 against higher-ranked opponents. City News Toronto, +3. City News Montreal, +3. Times Colonist, +3. Former opponents and commentators quickly recognized the scale of Mboko's feat. She became only the second wild card in the Open era to beat the top seed at the Canadian Open, following Stephanie Dubois in 2006. She also joined elite company as one of the 5 youngest players ever to defeat a #1 seed in WTA 1000 history, alongside Mira Andreeva, Belinda Bencic, Kai-Chen Chang, and Gauff herself. Women's Tennis Association. Fire the moment, a city's new hero. From the onset, Mboko embraced the pressure of playing at home. Montreal's IGA Stadium erupted with chants of "Olé, olé, olé," as the crowd rallied behind the Canadian wildcard. ESPN.com. +5. Times Colonist. +5. Rocky Mountain Outlook. +5. She responded in French on court. "Your support was incredible. I'm really happy to win today." Women's Tennis Association. +6. Times Colonist. +6. City News Toronto. +6. As the second set progressed, and the noise crescendoed at 5-4, she harnessed that energy to clinch the win. The result? A stunned audience, and a new national tennis darling. Direct hit What's Next? A quarterfinal with history awaits. Having shattered expectations, Mboko now awaits the winner of Lin Zhu versus Jessica Buses-Monero, with Buses-Monero already securing her quarterfinal spot after a spirited comeback win today. Women's Tennis Association. +10. Diary Oaz. +10. TownandCountryToday.com. +10. At only her 7th WTA main draw appearance, Mboko has reached the quarterfinal stage of a high-tier event for the very first time, and at WTA 1000 level no less. Times Colonist. +4. City News Montreal. +4. City News Toronto. +4. If she continues her run, she might become the youngest Canadian woman to reach a quarterfinal at the Canadian Open since Helen Keller in 1987. As it stands, she's already the youngest Canadian quarterfinalist in a WTA 1000 since Bianca Andreescu in 1990. National Bank Open. +2. Women's Tennis Association. +2. National Bank Open. +2. Pencil a creative spotlight, the tale of 2 stars. In many ways, this match was a duel of contrasts. Youthful fearlessness versus established poise. Mboko, fresh-faced and brimming with momentum, confronted Gauff, the French Open champion with decorated experience. Serve as lifeline versus serve as undoing. Mboko's serve barreled through pressure moments. Gauff's let her down, with 37 double faults over 2 previous matches and 6 more in this one. City News Montreal. +5. National Bank Open. +5. Women's Tennis Association. +5. Controlled aggression versus unforced chaos. Mboko landed winners and kept errors low. Gauff succumbed to erratic swings and nerves, especially in the first set. This wasn't just tennis. It was a narrative unfolding. The local underdog rising in the spotlight, the crowd as protagonist, the veteran seed challenged and upset. Studio microphone voices from the court. Victoria Mboko. "I don't even know what to say. I'm still on the high a little bit." She spoke of feeling overwhelmed by the moment, yet transforming that electricity into belief. Coco Gauff. "She's playing high-level tennis. I think she was the better player." Even the champion conceded Mboko deserved the victory, acknowledging the Canadians' composure under fire. ESPN.com. +3. Times Colonist. +3. Rocky Mountain Outlook. +3. Rocket Why It Matters. Emergence of Canadian tennis talent. With Eugenie Bouchard's earlier departure, Mboko became Canada's last singles hope in both Montreal and Toronto's Link Masters 1-0-0 draw. A statement win. This isn't a fluke. Mboko has now toppled multiple high-ranking opponents, including a Grand Slam champion. Momentum for the future. If she keeps winning, her ranking could surge into the top 60, or even top 50. National pride. Match nights like these create a shared memory. Montreal witnessed the birth of a new tennis star. Checkered flag final word, a new chapter begins. In a thrilling display of power, precision, and poise, Victoria Mboko has forcefully announced her arrival on the big stage. She didn't just beat Coco Gauff, she conquered expectations, ignited a national spirit, and rewrote her young career in real time. As she marches into the quarterfinals, the question is no longer whether she can compete. It's how high she can soar next. With Montreal behind her and opportunity ahead, Victoria Mboko is more than a wild card. She's a phenomenon in the making. Book's key highlights at a glance. Highlight detail. Result: Mboko def. Gauff 6-1, 6-4 in 62 minutes. Serve stats: saved all 4 breakpoints. Gauff at 6 double faults. Rank rise from number 333 to projected top 50. Breakthrough: first WTA 1000 quarterfinal in only